Here we are, we're at the last one on the practice test. This figure appeared in the problem on an SAT exam. This figure, a square with sides of length 10, is divided into 4 regions, 2 of which are squares with areas 25 and 16. How do the regions labeled A and B compare in area? Explain the basis for your answer. Alright, first we'll figure out the area of the whole square. It's a 10 by 10 square. So obviously, the entire thing is 100 units squared. Alright, so we've got 100 units, and then we've got this one that's 25, so we're going to subtract that out. And then we got one that's 16, so let's subtract that out, and you see that that leaves 59 units squared. So region A and region B together have an area of 59 units squared. Now we have to figure out which one of those two might be larger than the other one. When they say compare them in area, we're trying to figure out which is the largest. So let's figure out, if we can, is there anything that allows us to figure out the area of region A and B? As you can see, region A is quite an irregular shape. It partly looks like a triangle with a rectangular section cut out, and we don't have really any way to figure that out directly. However, we know this, that if the area of this square is 16, then this part of our 10 inch or 10 unit side is 4, because 4 times 4 is 16. Alright, and because of that, we know that this remaining part here is 6, right here. And that happens to be one of the sides, or the legs, for this right triangle here. And you know, 1/2 times base times height, or in a right triangle, 1/2 times the product of the two legs. Alright, so region B is a right triangle, and we can use 1/2 times 6 times 10 and find out that region B equals 30 units squared. Okay, we know that region B and region A together have a combined area of 59. So that means that region A has got to be 29 units squared. So that's for region A. So how do they compare in area? Well, very simply, region B is greater than region A because 30 is greater than 29. And that's it. So remember this. This was kind of a key for figuring out a side length that allowed us to get this figure. We could not have done this without knowing that that was 6. So be looking for clues like that. When they give you information, don't just cast it aside and think you're done with it. Think about what's the most amount of information I can get from this figure. And that's when we realize that, okay, this is 4. So that's got to be 6. Then I can calculate the area of region B and figure out the region A area indirectly from the work I've already done. Right. Good luck. I hope that this is a good test for you. I think that you're all in a good position to do well in this one. And that's my hope.